Okay, so welcome back to this brand new video, and I'm super confident that you've gone through the CRM and the pipelines. Okay, how are you feeling right now? Just answer this to me. How are you feeling? Leave that in the comment box. Because I'll tell you, even the topmost companies or businesses, especially the startups, are really struggle with understanding how to manage the leads. Okay, and if you're managing these leads in the way what we are like going through here, you know the power of the conversion that you're going to be getting. Okay, without taking further time, let's go into the next system. We covered two parts, right? We covered what is the CRM, and then we covered what is the pipeline. Okay, now we'll go into the third step. The third step is the fortune follow-ups. Why do I call it as fortune follow-ups? Is because I strongly believe that it's not about getting the inquiry. It's about calling that, following up, giving a presentation, and then signing up that particular lead is what matters. If you're just getting inquiries and your team is not following up well, you're not following up well, it's not going to convert into a customer. So for the customers to manage it, we can't remember everything. So Searchy is going to be like your assistant to help you remember everything, every stage that you're going to go through. Let's understand how it works. So in the follow-up, I want to like introduce you to notes, assign and due date. Okay, that's how your follow-up sequence works. So let's go into the system and find out how we can use this. Now let's go into John here. Click on this. We have an opportunity. You saw all the details here. Fantastic. So you know the pipeline, the stage, and then you mark this, whether it's a cold lead, warm lead, or hot lead. When you say that this is a pretty warm lead and you click on update, naturally what happens is this will show up on your dashboard. Okay, so you can actually track there's a warm lead 1. Okay, so it's easy for you to like track how many opportunities you have and how it's converting. And along with this, you can even like do some of the other stuff, like you can mention what type of a lead is this. Is it a follow-up or is it a customer? We only divide like two things. Either they can be in the follow-up sequence or they should be a customer. That's it. There's nothing else, right? So our goal is to convert every person into a customer. So once they purchase anything from you, you can convert them into customer, and this will reflect on your dashboard. How many customers do you have? So once I do this, I click on update here. Now you will see on my dashboard that same step in the sales. Can you see there are 3 sales that we've got? Total leads are 39. In that 3 people have bought it because I marked them as customers, and we are going at a 7.14% conversion. You see that? So you can real time track. If you get 100 leads and you get 5 customers, it's a 5% conversion rate. Okay, so the ideal conversion rate can differ from business to business. It can be even 1%, where you have like a pretty expensive product or service. It could be as low as even 1%, like 100 people, like only 1 customer you might get. And those can be like worth like 3 lakhs, 4 lakhs, or even like 25 or 1 crore and above. So it depends on a high ticket. And whenever you're like looking at some of the things, in 100, you might have 30 customers getting. So it might be a smaller ticket pricing. So 30 people opted. Some of you might have 50. So it's completely dependent on business to business. Okay, there's no hard and fast rule that what's the exact percentage. So, but the best thing is about you can track yourself regularly, how many leads are coming and how many customers you're getting. This will help you and give you a lot of power to actually make those decisions. For me, it's super powerful because whenever I know that I'm getting 100 inquiries, I'm converting 5, all I need to do is double down my leads. Instead of 100 inquiries, I'll make it 200 inquiries. Naturally, from 5 sales, I'll move to 10 sales. So my revenue also increases. I get more customers. You see that? That's how you make like those business decisions. Because if you look at any of these biggest companies, like these massive industry and businesses, how do you think they're operating? The more they're investing on marketing, the more inquiries they're getting, the more sales calls they're making, the more sales they're making. It's as simple as that. And some of them have, not some, like maximum, most of them have very little flow of leads. They have like hardly 1 inquiry a day or no inquiry. Now, what can you expect from a business like that? Do you think that there are going to be any like big numbers in those business? Because you hardly have any sales coming up because you don't have inquiries. So the rule is pretty simple. Increase the leads, increase the sales calls, increase the follow-ups, and naturally your sales will increase. So all of this tracking happens on the dashboard, and that is what is the fortune follow-up system that is there on Searchy. Now with this John, I can just click on opportunity. I've done with this. Now what I can do is I can even put a value to this. Suppose my product is worth like 1 lakh. Okay, so I can mention as 1 lakh, I can click on update. The moment I update the value of this opportunity, you will see in this pipeline, I can see there is 1 lakh worth. I can go to this AI inquiry and say, okay, they have inquired with me for a product which is like 20,000 rupees. I click on update. The moment I update, you see it becomes 1,20,000 worth of contacts I have, worth of opportunities I have in the follow-up. So this motivates you that, okay, who's the highest value? This one. So let's call John first and convert that. That's the power of like having a super powerful sales system, right? That's what Searchy helps you. It's like creating that environment where it compels you, it pushes you, your team to go get that sale. Because once you get that sale, you know that those revenues are going to hit your bank account and naturally you're going to be profitable. That's how it works. So let's click on John again and check out opportunities done here. And I can write source where I got this particular inquiry, through Facebook, through Instagram, through referral, organic. I can do any of that. So once opportunity is done, you'll see the second tab, which is called the follow-up. This is my favorite. Okay, so once I have a call with John, I will say like, okay, John, so what's the best time to get in touch with you? So John says, hey, you can just give me a call after 2 days. So I'm going to go here and write as follow-up number 1. So I'm going to write like next meet is about the proposal, about pricing discussion. You see that? I can write that and I can put a due date. In case if today is this date, I can put on 10th. I can even select the time of it. Maybe like I want to like have a meeting at 2:30 p.m. So I can just go here, click on 2:30 p.m. and click on add this. The moment I add, what happens is for every particular lead card, you will naturally see there is a follow-up that has been created here. And I feel like, Karthik, but so many leads are there, but how do I remember which lead follow-up have I added? Because today I added John, I added like Trisha, and like we have like 100 leads in this pipeline, but how do I remember like whom to go and contact? And that's the reason we built the follow-up sequence here. Can you see that follow-up there? So how this works is pretty simple. No matter what you enter here, you don't have to remember, but in your follow-up sequence, all of the data is pulled up here. Can you see that? Follow-up number 1. I just entered that next meeting is about pricing discussion. So whatever comment you're leaving also reflects on the follow-up, and you can go and add this particular follow-up to your team members. Suppose you want to assign this particular thing to a demo team, you can tell them, hey, I'm allotting to my team, go and do this. And the moment I do that, I can even filter out based on date. Suppose I want to like go and check out my last 7-day follow-up sequence, I can check this. If I go and click on today's follow-ups, I might have one follow-up here. See that? The due date is like 2 days later, but it's created today. So I have like one which I need to like catch up with that, or you can just go click on all time and you get everything. And along with this also, you can go filter these based on ascending and descending order. In case you want like a due date here, so you can just go click on that and you'll see that due date descending. That means the first inquiry is here, and then you have the second inquiry, which is like overdue already, right? So you can go check out that. Or you can even check out the created date in case you want like, you added on what date and how it's created. So you can go play around with it. You can check out multiple filters here we've added for your convenience, and we look forward to like making it more streamlined as you're using it. So with this particular inquiry, you'll have an option here, and you after the follow-up is done, what you can do is you can mention this. So I call this on 10th. I give a call to John and I like, hey John, this is the pricing and we had a discussion. Okay, I finished the meeting, I finished all of them. Then I straight away come here and click on tick. The moment I click on tick here, this particular follow-up is completed. And this data also is tracked on your dashboard. If you want to go check out this, you can see there are 2 follow-ups and your 2 follow-ups have been completed. Okay, so this is going to be like on a real time. You can track all your follow-ups, like what's happening, how's it working, what's happening, how many you've completed, how many you've not completed. All the information is going to be here. And you can go and like click on the status and click on tick. Now, if you're thinking like, Karthik, this is amazing. I just finished up the follow-up with John here, but what do I do next again to follow up with him? All you need to do is simple, repeat the process. Go back to John, you'll create like a follow-up number 2. So you'll say like follow-up 2, and I'm going to like finalizing the project. Okay, let's write like finalizing the project. And that can be my thing here. I'm just going to add another date on the next week, and I can put a time here and I click on add. The moment I add another follow-up to the same opportunity, that particular opportunity is going to come into follow-up number 2 here. Again, it's created. So when is the due date? It's the due date, whatever I set. Now, you can create n number of follow-ups for one opportunity. That means when you click on follow-up, you can see all your follow-ups on the left-hand side. You can see when the lead came in, what time it came in, and how many follow-ups are you doing, and what happened, what's your comments. Everything can be tracked through the follow-up. Now, how do you think this is going to play the powerful role in your follow-up system? If you find this like super powerful, I want you to leave a comment as super powerful. Now think about this. It's not about anything. For me, it's like you run a company, you literally have a sales team. I would be like super excited and jumping when I have a system to organize it. Otherwise, think like as a business owner, you're thinking, hey, we got one inquiry and they said they're serious. What happened to that? Like, what happened to that inquiry? What happened to this inquiry? And your sales team could say that we called, they didn't pick the call. But how do you know they didn't pick a call? Right now, that's a problem again. Right? That's a follow-up. So that's why we created another module where you can actually take care of it, which is called as the notes. Now, what is notes? Let's get into the system. Now, for every opportunity card, the lead card, there is opportunity with all the details, follow-up where you can create follow-ups. The third one is the notes. Now, this is something super amazing. Suppose I'm having a call, I can say like, this is my follow-up 1 and I'm on a call. The moment I'm on the call, I'm like making a note of it. Okay, so interested, that's my comment first one. I can just go and enter like interested. And second thing, I can just go here at like, okay, need to talk to team. Okay, and third one, I'm just like making a note that this particular inquiry is saying that the budget is like not that much. So I'm gonna say like budgeted. I just go click on, once I've done this, what I will do is I'll just go click on save. Now this particular notes, whatever I mentioned for John or that particular inquiry might have hundreds and hundreds of inquiries. But the point is when you click on John here, you go into notes, you will find the same information, whatever you just spoke to John. Look at that. Interested, need to talk to the team, and then they are budgeted. And when was it created? On this particular date. And then you get on a second call, you'll again like do the same thing. You'll have a follow-up number 2. You'll write all the conversation that you had with them and you click on save. Now what's happening is, as a business owner, you never have to worry what is happening to that particular inquiry. You don't have to call, you don't have to like talk to your sales team and ask like, hey, what happened to that inquiry we got? Not required. Because the point is, you can go pick up that inquiry in your lead management system, click on that lead, and you can see the follow-up very clearly. You can see the comments here. You can see when is the next follow-up that's happening. It's not completed yet. Suppose it's overdue and it's like not followed up. You know that this is not done through the follow-up sequence. Now this is what is the note system. Like every lead card has an opportunity, follow-up and notes. These are so amazing so that you can manage all of this in one single place. And this is the level of convenience you require and the organized way to actually have a sales system. There's one more additional information. So if you've collected any additional information on your form, right, the magic forms, you added like multiple information, you can see that as well. And this is just going to like keep on like going step by step, going more deeper, because I feel like there's no end to creativity. If something is going to help you manage your CRM, manage your leads in a better way, then Searchy is all in to do that. Believe me and my team are committed to give you the world's best CRM management so that you can make use of our second module, which is the lead management. We kind of like built this on 3 pillars: the lead generation, lead management, and lead automation. Right? So lead generation we spoke about yesterday, and today we're speaking about lead management. Like, why is it so important? How can we really like maintain that? How to make use of those each and every single contact in the better way to make that happen. And that's what is the lead management for you. Okay, so having said that, what I want you to do right now is I want you to go and complete these steps and come to me in the next video where I'll be like giving you an overall view about the groups. Like how can you create a group, what you can make use of it, how to check out the contacts and everything. So I'm going to be covering two things. So finish the step and only then come to the next video, and let's continue with contacts and groups and some filters also. I'll show you how it works so that you can make the best use of your contact database. So see you in the next video.